Hello there, Adam with Kairos Construction Group. Anytime you're doing any sort of a remodeling project, when I go and look at a house, I go look at a bathroom, I go look at a kitchen, all I can see is what is currently in place. Now, I usually don't go in and just do minor updates. We typically go in and pull everything apart down to the studs before we put it back together, especially in bathrooms. The reason for that is you're dealing with places where there's a lot of plumbing, drainage, supply lines, ice makers, etc. You have no idea what's going on underneath the walls, underneath the floors, with the framing. And so when you pull something apart, you're bound to find all kinds of things, and that has to be taken into consideration when you're looking at doing a remodeling project. Let's take a bathroom, for example. There's a couple of bathrooms that I'm aware of right now that leak down to the floor below every time a shower is taken and water spills over the curb, or anytime a bath is taken and the kids spill water over top of the bathtub. Every time that happens, water drips below to the ceiling on the floor beneath it. So I know for a fact that when we go in there and pull those things apart, pull the tile off the floor, yank the tub out, we're gonna find some structural damage in the framing of the house itself. That's got to be fixed before we put it back together. But before we pull those things apart, I have no way of knowing that that's gonna be there. And there could be more extensive damage that we don't even know about yet that we're gonna discover when we start doing some demolition. So if your budget only allows for a $75,000 remodel, and the project itself that we've agreed upon costs $74,000, you're leaving yourself $1,000 of contingency for things that are unforeseen, and that's not gonna be enough. You wanna make sure that there's a few $1,000s, 5 to 10, to cover any additional costs that we just don't know about until we start doing some digging and pulling things apart. Because it does not make any sense to do remodeling projects and put good material on top of a poor foundation. It doesn't make sense to do it. You're gonna wanna fix it. We'll always stop the work when we discover things that fall outside of the scope that we've agreed upon. We'll have a conversation about what it looks like, how it got there, what we're gonna do to repair it, and come to an agreement on what we're going to do to fix it before we move forward. I don't want you being surprised by a bill you weren't expecting at the end of the project.